So, Ahmad, the neighborhood journalist, I'm back, DVN Media. I got what'd you say, aerospace engineer?
Yes, sir.
He's going to school for aerospace engineering at Georgia Tech. So we're going to get into it. We're going to ask him some questions and, see what's going on. So, DVN Media, man, what are people doing? We got, what's your name?
Jayin.
What's your name?
Jayin.
Jayed?
Yeah.
I like that, Jayed. Okay, that's what's up. So, you going to school at Georgia Tech?
Yes, sir.
Going to school at Georgia Tech. That's what's up. So, what are you doing at Georgia Tech?
I'm studying aerospace engineering.
Aerospace engineering. So,
Yeah.
Is it your junior year?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. So, what goes into that? Tell me what goes into that. Like, is it hard, or things like that? How's it been in your journey in school and things like that?
Yeah,
how's it been?
It's been pretty good. Pretty normal, I think, difficulty-wise. I just go to classes. I do some extracurriculars, and then I
Okay.
go home, hang out with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of extracurriculars do you do?
I'm involved at the Catholic Center. I'm also involved in YJSP, which is like our rocket program we have here. Yeah.
So it kind of intertwines with your major.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. We're going to get back to that, man. We're going to get back to that. So where you from?
I'm from Ohio,
You from Ohio. What
Yeah.
part of Ohio?
Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo, Ohio. So that's like North Ohio, up 75.
Yeah.
Gets kind of cold up there, man. That's what's up.
it
You
does,
down
it
here.
does. That's
You-
why I came to Atlanta.
Yeah, you
Couldn't
can
stand it.
That's what's up. You're like, I'm tired of seeing this snow.
Yeah.
It gets kind of gloomy in the wintertime. It gets dark.
Yeah.
So I want to go somewhere warm.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's what's up. So how old are you?
I'm 20.
You're 20 years old, ready to take on life, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So tell me about Toledo a little bit, man. How was it coming up in Toledo? Did you have siblings?
Yeah.
Parents? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, it's really nice. I have 2 parents, happily married. I have 3 siblings, all older than me. They're my inspiration.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you're the baby of the family.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, so how far apart in age are you and your siblings?
Me and my oldest brother are about 9 years apart, and then my sister and I are about 7, and me and my brother are about 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's up. So you went to high school with your brother that's right over you, the 4 years.
We missed each other by 1 year.
You missed each other by 1
Yeah,
year. Okay.
yeah. He's
So,
a great
but you were
ahead.
kind of baby. You were kind of the baby though. So
Yeah.
tell me about that. Like coming up with your siblings. Like they used to like pick on you and like do the little sibling thing.
Yeah, they definitely did pick on me quite a bit, but I'm super grateful for it now.
Yeah.
It definitely shaped me into who I am, and they inspire me in everything they do. So it's
Okay.
really cool.
So that's what's up. Coming up in Toledo, what kind of did y'all do? Any kind of like activities, sports?
Yeah, so
Things like that?
I did karate, and I also played flute. I played soccer in high school. Yeah, that was about it.
So you did karate. How long did you do karate?
14 years.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you're like kind of like a master out here. You ready to go?
Yeah.
You ready to go? Like when did you start doing that?
When I was 4 years old.
When you was 4 years old? Like
Yeah.
what made you, being 4 years old, like did you kind of know what was going on, or did you kind of say, did you watch Karate Kid?
My older brother actually did karate, and so I saw him doing it, and I wanted to do it too.
Was this your
I enjoyed
oldest
it.
brother or the second brother?
Second brother.
The second
Yeah.
brother. Okay,
Yeah.
so you would kind of go to his practices and
Yeah, I'd be there, and I enjoyed it, and then my parents said I could join too. So I
right.
did, yeah.
So like y'all used to play fighting in the house and stuff.
A little
like do
bit, a little
little
bit.
chops or whatever.
Yeah, he was way better than me though, so I didn't
Right.
get too far fighting him. But
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
tell me about that. Like, what was your earliest memories of like going to karate yourself? Like,
Yeah. I remember like we'd practice like very fundamental stuff like balance and stuff. So we did this thing where we would sit there with our one leg up like balancing, and we put a nickel or a quarter on it, and whoever like could hold it there the longest got like a special gift at the end. So one time there's like a $2 bill.
yeah.
One time it was like a dollar coin, you know.
Right.
So it was pretty cool.
So starting off.
up? Pretty good. How are you?
Hey man, it's a popular guy, man. He knows all the girls, he knows all the guys. Everybody wants to come to him to see what's going on and what's shaking. I feel it.
I love socializing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He got it going on. So that was some of your earliest memories coming into karate. You said it was about balance.
Yeah.
Learning balance.
Yeah.
You said you put quarters together. What did you do?
Yeah, they put like a quarter on our knee, and we would just balance it there.
So you kind of like had to hold up your knee.
Yeah, and hold it there for as long as we could. So it'd go on for like 10 minutes, sometimes longer.
Right.
Yeah.
So
We were
moving
all kids, so it's
right.
Yeah.
So moving along with that, like knowing what you know now, where did that carry into as far as like in karate, as far as like the balance? Like how did that correlate into, you know, other things that you learned growing into karate?
Yeah.
Like
so
just the balance part.
I think that balance part, you know, it helped me a lot, like in perseverance, you know, like you definitely don't want to keep on holding your leg up, balancing like that. But
Right.
Perseverance, it taught me discipline,
Yeah.
because we had to keep our good form and good posture. And so that definitely carried into that too.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like when you're throwing punches and you're throwing kicks
Yeah.
and someone's throwing it back at you, you want to have like that ultimate balance so that you can keep your form straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was
Yeah.
it something like that?
You want to have good control over your body. Yeah. And that's what that helped with.
In control of your body. So,
Yeah.
okay. So you were in a class. So coming up in karate, did you start like, when did you start like sparring or fighting with your classmates or things like that?
I think that started pretty early, probably like within the first 1 year, maybe 2 years. Like you always start light and like learning the basics.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably I remember by the time I was like 8 or 9,
Yeah.
like it was definitely more like open sparring, and that's when I started to learn it more like kind of like in practice you learn like the rhythm of it and stuff. So,
Right.
yeah.
So you started sparring real early. That's early, man.
Yeah.
8, 9 years old. So
Yeah.
do you kind of remember your first combat spar? Like how was it?
I don't remember, to be honest. It was so long ago. Yeah.
Right,
I
right.
might have even been younger. I really don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
probably would have been like 6 or 7 or anything.
Yeah, maybe.
Take me to kind of one of the sparring that you kind of remember, one of the earliest ones where you're like, okay, this is like we really fighting right here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We putting that what we learned to use.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of remember how that was? One of your earliest ones that you can remember.
Earliest ones I can remember. I do remember one where I tested for my purple belt, and so it
Okay.
was just I was sparring with my friend, and yeah, it was just like there was a lot of pressure because that's the test that a lot of people tend to fail.
Yeah.
And so I was worried, you know, it was a 3-day exam. We had to have like a physical exam and then a written exam, and then this was our like kind of like our technical exam.
Okay.
And that's where we actually started doing the fighting and stuff. And it
Okay.
was very, it was like, oh shoot, there's a lot of pressure. She's gonna be like watching my sensei where we messed up and stuff. So
Right.
it's definitely.
And your sensei, was she, you said it was a she?
Yeah.
Was she the one that was with you since you were 4?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that
from
was
4
kinda
to
like-
18, yeah.
Oh,
And I
okay.
still keep in touch with her. Yes.
That's what's up. That's like, man, that's a life friend. That's a lifelong friend right there.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So how was that? Do you remember how you felt like going up against your friend? Like, were you in the zone of like, oh man, this is my friend and I don't want to hurt him? Like, kind of like take me through that mindset. What was that mindset like? Do you remember that?
Not really, to be honest. Honestly, because we had practiced a lot together, so it was more so kind of a
Time to
it wasn't personal. It was like it was practice. and
Time
it
to
was-
demonstrate.
Yeah.
Okay, so being that young, you kind of understood that, you know, just taking the personal feelings out of it and
Yeah.
just kind of like getting the job done, basically. That's what you say?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, okay, did you ever have any like real fights? Like,
Real fights
yeah,
from karate.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely did. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
win them? Did you lose them? How did you feel?
I mean, in the end, the goal of it is to, like, if you're in a serious situation where your life is threatened, the goal is to get out with your life. And so,
Right.
yeah, I
You
would
use-
say it was successful.
Use your technique.
Yeah.
Use
yeah.
your technique. Okay, two more quick questions about the aerospace.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the aerospace. What is the aerospace engineering?
Okay, so it's a tough question, actually. Never thought about that. It's looking to solve problems, you know, engineering, but it's
Yeah.
more related to, I guess, the things that fly, anything that flies, or even just
okay.
anything with flow. So even grounded things like turbines and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that has to do with air or space, I'd say. is,
Right. Okay. So it's more like, yeah. So it's more like you can, when you with your degree, you can go work on the best planes,
Yeah.
or you could go to anything on NASA and kind of work on any rockets or things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's what you do in your curricula with your rockets, or y'all just having fun in the extracurricular, working on rockets and stuff like that.
It's like it's kind of there's like records and stuff that they try to break and stuff. But
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like fun things. Are you building the rockets or?
Yeah, we it's a huge team, more than like 100 people, and
Right.
it's like there's a bunch of different departments, and they all work towards different parts that are necessary for a mission.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Where do you get your equipment?
I think sponsors a lot of the time. Sponsors will often like allow us to buy stuff.
Sponsored for Georgia
Yeah.
Tech.
And we also pay dues, so whatever money we have from that can go to it.
Okay. All right. So, one last question, man. What is your current fight right now? What is your current thing that you're trying to master right now? It could be anything that you
Okay.
feel that's going to take you to the next level in school or just life in general. You know, kind of like it could be a broad answer. Like, what's your current thing that you're trying to learn and master right now?
Ooh. Let me think about that one. That's a tricky one.
No, it's not tricky, man. It could be anything. What do you know? It could
Yeah.
be anything you're trying to master right now.
One thing I'm trying to master right now is in my research. Where I'm working on reverse engineering, and so it's a lot of tricky stuff with the software and getting that to work out well. But
Yeah.
it's been going pretty well so far.
Why would you want to reverse engineer anything?
Find out more about how it works so you can model it, especially if you aren't the one who made it originally.
Yeah, so you can kind of pick up some points and tips and tricks
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
can kind of take on your own.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Exactly.
what's up. That's what's up.
It's
So-
great meeting you.
Yeah, great meeting you. So,
Yeah.
my show is called "What Are People Doing?" So I have to ask you, where you going right now, man? We nosy. What you up to right
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
What
so-
you doing right now? Where you going right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna eat a quick meal, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hang out with some friends.
Do the extracurriculars.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So, do you have any like Instagram, anything you want to plug? Do you watch anime?
No, I don't.
But do you have any Instagram, anything you want to plug?
Not really. No, I'll just,
Not really.
Yeah.
You just
Let
fun.
people find me if they want to. Yeah.
Okay, you like, man, you like come by the Georgia Tech around Moles and Subway over
Yeah.
here on the campus.
I'm by Moe's a lot, so
You
yeah.
by Moles over here at Georgia Tech, or by William Street, right? What is
Yeah.
this? What's this street? Fifth Street?
Yeah. I think so.
Fifth Street, Moles Southwest over here.
Yeah.
All right, Jaheed, right?
Jayan.
Jayan?
Yes.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. This
Thank
was a good
you.
interview.
It's
You have a
been
good
great.
day, man.
Thanks. You too.
All right.
See you.
So, Deviant Media, Ahmad, the neighborhood journalist. I'm back. I got, what's your name, man?
Brendan.
Brendan?
Yep.
He's going to Georgia Tech. Brendan going to Georgia Tech for quantitative biosciences. Deviant Media, what's up, man? You say your name is Brendan?
Yep.
Brendan, that's what's up, man. So you going to school right now? What are you going to school for?
Quantitative biosciences.
Quantitative biosciences. Man, that sounds, listen, people don't understand the nerds are winning these days. It's the revenge of the nerds. I'm a nerd. You know what I'm saying? So we want to get nerdy. We want to see what's going on with the bioscientists, man. Where you from, man?
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida.
From
Originally.
Jacksonville, Florida originally. Okay, so how was it like coming up in Jacksonville? Like, what were you doing to kind of, say that, hey, I want to become a scientist one day? How was it coming up? Do you have siblings, parents? How was the family life?
My parents, they wanted to become, they had an interest in like STEM, math, and it didn't really pan out for them. Like they had other stuff going on. So me and my
Yeah.
brother, I guess they pushed us a little bit into STEM with like doing some books over the summer on like math and science.
Okay,
But,
and so what does that entails? Like STEM, can you kind of elaborate a little bit?
They didn't really push us hard into it. I think, I don't know, there's this question of nurture versus nature. How much of it was like them pushing us to do STEM versus them just already being good at STEM. And so
Right.
me and my brother got a little bit of that, but
You kind of saw them doing it.
I guess we were both naturally good at it. And so my brother, he's 2 years ahead of me, and
Yeah.
he kind of set a standard for me. He was
Yeah.
into science. He ended up going to college. I followed him to that same undergrad.
Right.
And then he's actually doing his PhD.
So when you say good at it,
now.
right? So when you say good at it, what goes into breaking it down and kind of like, what's the actions you take? What's the problems you're trying to solve? Like, what is it?
So, I mean, before undergrad, like I was good at math, science, and I didn't really know what
Okay.
I wanted to do with it.
All right.
When I started undergrad, I went in for physics because I wanted to do medical physics. Like I liked medical shows. I was interested in physics, so that was the plan going in.
Right.
And then as I took some of those classes, I was like, you know, there's all these tools that we use in physics, and I wanted to actually understand them from like the most fundamental level. And so I started doing math, and I ended up doing my undergrad in math.
Yeah.
But there were some classes that were a little bit too abstract, so I decided for my PhD I wanted to do something more applied, and so that's
Right.
how I got into quantitative biosciences. So I really like doing things from the bottom up, writing
Right.
my own programs, you know, studying math from the bottom up, and then now I'm sort of working my way back towards the real world stuff.
Okay. So when you say the real world stuff, what does that look like? Like, what type of where can it be used? I mean, like, what type of problems are you trying to solve? Like, what is the goal of it all?
So right now what I'm working on is mathematical models for epidemiology. And so basically there's a few ways that we can do it. What I've done so far is we write down a model based on some feasible biological assumptions. And then what we've been doing so far is just looking at conceptually how can understanding this model help us understand the sort of weird features that we can see in epidemiological data. One of my goals during my PhD is to actually use data, and so we're here in Atlanta. We have the CDC. You know, pretty short drive away, and so there's some good data there that I might be able to use. But right now, it's we're basically just using math equations to describe what can happen in an outbreak, and so by understanding those equations, we can sort of understand what might actually happen during an outbreak.
Right. So you're kind of trying to build some things up to take preventive measures to if there was to be a bad outbreak, y'all can come in like, hey, we got this, you know, this kind of like a cure, kind of like curating.
So one perspective is you can write down a model to understand how things happened in the past, and we already have data from the past, so like we can try to understand that. And then there's also the question of if an outbreak that we're not prepared for does happen, what's the best way to deal with that? And the way that we can deal with that mathematically is by just changing the equations, adding some extra terms for vaccination, social distancing, anything, and then see how those affect the outcomes of our model. Which I haven't really gotten into those yet because I know that makes things from a mathematical perspective a lot harder.
Right.
I've been like very narrowly focused on one particular feature of these models so far.
So it's kind of like doing a lot of research and looking through history to kind of see how things happen, see what kind of, you know, solutions came about. So they're kind of like predicting almost. Would you say like it's kind of like predicting in a way?
Yeah, a lot of these models are predictive. I think one thing that like COVID taught us is that these models can be predictive, but something that I've been interested in is not every model needs to be predictive. Like you can come up with a simple model, and that model is not going to be very good at predicting things because it's too simple. But you can still use that simple model to just understand what's going on, understand how people are becoming infected. And so I've been interested in like simple models, just to get an understanding of some niche dynamics that we might see in an epidemic. So more predictive stuff I might get into if I use more data, but at the moment it's more just using these models to understand the range of possibilities.
The range of possibilities. You're just being creative, watching out for things, you know, just being a scientist. So you always had like a science mind when you were younger, like science was your favorite subject. Like I'm talking about like coming up, like when you were a kid, like how was that like in school? So you just always had that kind of like mind where you want to kind of break things out in the lab. Dexter's Laboratory was your favorite show. It was kind of like that.
Actually, my favorite show growing up was House. You know,
Okay.
he's not the greatest role model, but just like I was super curious about how diseases worked. Like how
Yeah.
does this tiny bug like cause all this damage to somebody? And so
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily in the
Oh,
lab.
okay.
I didn't like experiments, but I always liked thinking about the chain of reactions that causes that to happen. And so, you know, I kind of went about it in a roundabout way. I didn't become like a normal doctor.
Yeah.
I guess I got distracted by math because I liked that too. But
Right.
I guess I have come full circle. So I'm not actually in the lab. I'm not even allowed in the lab because I don't have the like the safety training done. But
You're trying to get into the lab.
I wouldn't say I'm trying to get into the lab either. Because like everybody else in the lab, they already have years of experience of doing lab stuff. So like,
Yeah.
that's just not going to be where I'm best at.
Right.
But you know,
So you more like,
collaborating with people who are in the lab is,
oh,
I think, going to be important.
okay. So when you're in school right now, you're doing things from like a classroom or y'all outside?
So for my program, I've only taken a few classes so far.
Yeah.
Most of my work is in the computer lab.
Okay.
Doing math, writing programs,
Okay.
simulating stuff.
Right.
Because I have these models, and basically, if I want to figure out what the model predicts, I have to actually simulate it using a computer.
Right.
And so a lot of my work is actually writing down the equations and proving things, which is
Yeah.
like literally doing that on a whiteboard,
Yeah.
or using my computer to simulate it.
Right.
But that's basically all
Yeah.
I've been doing.
So you kind of had to excel in all the math subjects and all the science subjects coming up to kind of go into this major, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, so the program is called Quantitative Biosciences, which is kind of vague. Like, it's really anything that's quantitative, you know, has some math or engineering or physics in it. That's also biological.
Yeah.
And so this is just what I'm doing. There's other people in the program doing experiments. They're
Okay.
doing physics. They're doing molecular stuff.
Okay.
But,
So coming up, let me ask you this. Coming up, when you were coming up as a kid and, you know, in your adolescence and things, would you, if you ever got like a cold or if you ever kind of got sick, did you try to like find ways to like, hey, how can I heal myself without, can I come up with a concoction that can knock this out without me taking some Tylenol or some shit? You know, did you used to do that? You used to do stuff like that?
I actually like tend to avoid using stuff when I'm sick just because I kind of have faith that my immune system will deal with it. And
See, like the body's a computer. You know what I'm saying?
like, I mean, yeah, I just don't want to get in the way of whatever my body's trying to do. We made it this far, like, I don't know. It's probably
Right.
going to do a good enough job at fighting it off. If it gets too bad, I'll go to the hospital, but
Right.
it hasn't happened.
Okay, so you're saying that even if something does happen, it's like my immune system is trying to take in some data to build something up and, you know, so it can fight it off next time, right?
I mean, okay. I don't necessarily think of it that way.
Okay. How do you think of it? What do you look at it like? It's kind
I
of
don't know.
natural.
I don't think of it as a computer. I just think it's,
It's kind of a natural thing, man.
yeah, like it's,
Yeah.
our immune system is designed to deal with that sort of stuff. So I
Right,
just
right.
trust
Yeah.
it. I don't really feel a need to take, you know,
Yeah.
medications or try to make it go away. I just know it's a part of the process.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
if I get a fever, that's my body trying to deal with something, so I'll just let
Right.
it deal with it.
Right. I like that. Let me ask you, I got, you know, just a couple more questions. I'm gonna let you go. Where were you when COVID happened? And did you get like, not like, I won't call you like a bad scientist, but kind of, did you get kind of like a kind of rush of like, I wonder what's going on? Did you start doing your own research? Did you kind of dive into that energy of like, hey, let me see if I can, you know, let me see what's going on over here?
Actually, no. I was in junior year of high school at that point.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just like, when COVID hit, I was like, all right, I'm playing video games with my friends.
Yeah.
So I was not locked in at
Right.
that point. I mean, I still take things pretty easy, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's been working out, but like, I haven't been like super locked in like that. Like when COVID hit, I was not like trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
I have my niche interests and like,
Right.
so
But kind of what you're doing now, kind of what you're studying now, would kind of like correlate with something like that, right? Like if an outbreak was to happen. So you're kind of getting in the groove now. You're kind of getting in that groove now where it's like, hey, if it was to happen now, something new was to come, you would kind of be on the front lines of like, you know what I'm saying? Or at least trying to like put that into your study, right?
Yeah, so like the models that I'm working on right now are like fairly motivated by COVID. Like there's some terms in our math that we have that are basically inspired by COVID because they found some interesting features of that disease they included in a model.
Oh, okay.
They got some interesting results, and so now we're like expanding on that, looking at new models that have other features that a disease might have. And so you know, our work is inspired by COVID. It's not directly applicable, but like some of the people that I've worked with have done. They did some of those COVID models back when it was first happening. I was just still in high school.
You're still in high school. So this is kind of fairly a new. Is this like a new course or a new major, or?
It's been around. We had a 10-year. The program had a 10-year anniversary in the fall.
Oh, okay.
So it's a fairly new program.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm doing epidemiology is my choice. It's not like the program or anything. But epidemiology as a field, I think, is in a decent. Well, it's kind of, for better or for worse, it's in a decent state at the moment because of COVID. Yeah. There was all these people doing models, and so there's a lot of data now. There's a lot of modeling to be done, and so from that perspective, it's good for me to be here in this field. But there's other things that I could have done as well. For example, I was interested in like bacteria population dynamics. I might get back into that, but for now I'm focusing on the.
You watch a lot of zombie movies, the zombie outbreak movies. Do you play zombie on Call of Duty? Like, what's going on?
Nah. I always felt they were a little bit too unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, I'm one of those people where if it's not like, if the movie is kind of hard to believe, then it's just not as fun to watch.
Right. So let me ask you this: how did you think, in your personal opinion, or you can say I don't really have an opinion on it, but I like your style. I like your style. Just from talking to you, you're like, hey, if it's not for me, it's not for me. What did you think? How did you think society handled COVID? Like, what do you think about that? Like, do you think the vaccines were good? Like, how did you look at that? Do you think it was just too much of a rush? There wasn't enough research? Just from your perspective.
I think, you know, as we get new innovations like vaccines, you know, we can consider masks an innovation. I don't know.
Right.
Our perspective changes. I think I personally believe that vaccines and masking is a good thing.
Yeah.
I can understand why some people wouldn't believe in them.
Okay.
And I'm not going to argue on that point. Like, if I wanted to discuss that with somebody and like really understand their opinion, I would, but I'm not going to make a stance like without anybody to talk to.
Right.
But I just think, you know, as time goes on, we improve at things and it makes some problems more obvious. For example, we've gotten so good at treating so many infectious diseases that everybody's dying of heart disease or cancer. And it's not necessarily because we've gotten worse at treating heart disease or cancer. We've just gotten so much better at treating everything else that like now there's only so many things that you can die from.
Right.
So that's my perspective. I think some problems that we have are people are focusing on them too much, not because I mean, they're becoming bigger problems, but that's actually an indication that all of our other problems are becoming smaller, not that things are getting worse. So that's my perspective. Like, I think overall, vaccines, masking, social distancing they worked out.
Okay.
Maybe they have downsides, but overall, I think sometimes we're just focusing on the wrong problems.
Right. So you're saying that with technology, research, study, you know, trying things out, the society, things will move along in kind of a better direction, evolution, you could say, in the medical.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes innovations are bad. Like, there's plenty in the past. I'm sure there's like some technologies out now that are doing harm to us without us knowing. Right. But, you know, every day, every year, we're just trying to address a problem that we're facing now. it might cause new issues down the road, but
Yeah.
we'll just have to deal with those when we get there.
So I like that, man. So that's your fight. You like, listen, I'm on the side of things. We're trying to figure things out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not be perfect, but you listen, I'm adding my 2 cents. I'm adding my service. I'm doing my part. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. So let me ask you one more question. I ask everybody this. I love this question. What's your current fight right now? What's something that you're currently trying to master in life? It could be anything that you feel like is going to give you a breakthrough or take you to another level. What's that right now that you're trying to master right now for yourself? Could be anything, work, family, anything.
I'd probably say my health right now. Like
Okay.
I'm going to the gym right now. I work
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I like walking. I've been getting a lot of steps in recently. I'm trying to eat better.
Yeah.
I think,
Did you have like a health scare or did something happen?
I've just like always been trying to maintain it, just because.
Okay.
If that's one less thing to worry about if I'm
Right.
healthy.
Right.
Like I haven't been to a hospital in years.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Like I don't want that on top of everything else that I have to do.
Yeah. I got
Having
you.
that good baseline.
Right.
And like being able to move around
Right.
and get, feel good about where I am
Okay. That's what's up.
makes
So-
everything else easier.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So health is wealth. Health is wealth, man. So I'm gonna let you go, man. My show wouldn't be called What Are People Doing if I didn't be nosy and get in your business right now. So where you going right now? I see you walking, you know what I'm saying? You looking suave, you bobbing your head, you got your shades on. You know what I'm saying? You going to see a girl? What you doing? What you got
I'm
going on?
Rock climbing.
Huh?
Rock climbing.
Rock climbing. That's what's up. They got a rock climbing building over here somewhere? Around here?
Actually, it's like in the basement of one of the buildings down in Midtown. So,
Oh, down the Midtown Center?
yeah, it's like a couple blocks away.
Oh, okay. Is it like Georgia Tech base or is
Nah,
this
Georgia Tech has one at their gym, but this is just some climbing chain.
you just like rock climbing? Have you ever traveled anywhere, done some natural rock climbing anywhere?
I have not. I'm a huge fan of air conditioners, so
You're not
outdoors try.
not an outdoors guy. That's what's up, man. Hey, you might get good, man. They might have some rock climbing competition somewhere or something. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe eventually.
Yeah.
I only started in August, so
Okay.
not there yet.
But
but
you liking it though? It's
Yeah.
kind of therapeutic. It gives you a workout.
It's different from other workouts because half of it is problem solving. Half of it is figuring out how you actually got to get up the wall, and then the other half is physically being able to get up the wall. So
Steep wall, huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a bit
that's
more
what's up.
social, I think. 'Cause
That's
you're
what's
standing
up.
with the other people looking at the wall, trying to figure out
Trying
how
to
do
figure it out.
versus just like at a normal gym, people are just doing their sets. Sitting
I
there.
want to try that out, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. So let me ask you this: do you have any like Instagram, anything you want to plug, or anything you have going on?
Nah, I deleted Instagram. I don't really use social media these days. I
okay.
I was spending too much time on it.
Oh,
Instagram
okay.
Reels and stuff. So
You had to kind of you back into yourself, back into your self fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? Self fulfilling.
yeah. trying to get
activity.
my other ways.
That's what's
rather
up.
than Instagram,
That's what's
so.
up. So what's your name again, man?
Brendan.
Brendan. This is Brendan from Jacksonville, Florida, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Yep.
All right.